Hi, I'm Anita from Needles and Hooks, and welcome to episode 35 of Yarn with Me. If you could be so kind to like, share, subscribe, and join the Discord, the link to that is in the description below. So for today's hour-long session, I have chosen my 10-stitch sock yarn blanket. It hasn't been growing very big because I haven't been working on it, so I decided I might as well just work on it now. This is all of the yarn that I have left of this specific yarn. My cute little cake is sitting over there waiting in the wings. Will I finish going through this in an hour? Probably not, but we'll make a good dent into it. But first, I need to set a timer and put my phone not underneath my microphone because it's loud. So, let's see. Get a timer going for 30 minutes. And we're off. So I'm going to set it over here and pick my project up and get going on it. I also probably will not get to the end of this side. I might get halfway. I don't know. So I hope you guys have been working on your projects off and on. I am down to 10 whips. Yay! Even though I started another project and I haven't written it down yet, so I'm pretty much well back to 11. But that project is going to be for a tutorial. I'm making a blanket and it's going to be for myself. I will use some other yarn to make the tutorial with. It will be extremely easy to work on and to memorize. It is an 8-round repeat. But for the tutorial, I will do 16 rounds. That way we get everybody can get it memorized and know what to do. So that'll be fun once I get it completed. I've got, oh, you can't see it, it's out of frame. I've got one whole skein of jumbo yarn over there and the rest of the jumbo skein that I used for the lattice wrap. So I want to use those 2 skeins of yarn up and get them out of the way. I don't know if I'll use all of it. I'm going to use a good chunk of it so I can get this blanket out to a decent size. Not sure how big I want to make it just yet, but I want to use up those 2 skeins of yarn up first before I make a decision about if I want to make it any bigger or just leave it as it is. So hopefully you don't have too many projects you've got left to work on. I have too many. A couple of long-term projects. I did take my other 10-stitch blanket is now my car project at work. So I can work on that on my break and try to get that somewhat done, because I bought 2 of those giant cakes of yarn and I still don't feel like I'm making a dent into the ball I rolled one up into. At least it doesn't feel like it right now. There's just so much of it. So I've been working on, I started doing that last week at work. So hopefully that will be, I can finish that relatively easily. Oh, I'm hoping. Just to see what size it's at before I decide to add that second cake to it. And I still am not sure how I'm going to finish it off. I do not know. Because it's basically going in a spiral. So I need to get, like, well, I'm thinking about it. I need to grab a stitch marker for that. So I can figure out where I'm at. Where I started. What the beginning of the round is for it. So hopefully I can get that sorted. I do need to get on to that other tutorial project that's down there on my, in a container on my floor. So many things. So many things to do. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that tutorial project. I just want to get a finished object first. Because usually when I start something, I will shoot it as the tutorial. And then like go through the repeat once or twice. Most of the times it's twice. And then the video will just lie in wait until I actually get the project done. So I'm doing it differently this time. I'm going to finish the project first and then do a tutorial for it. It won't be with the same color yarn because I'm just using up scrap skeins right now. And I did order another scale yesterday. So hopefully this one will actually weigh a flipping envelope. A lightweight package. Because most of the stuff I'm going to do for my shop is they're going to be lightweight. The scale that's sitting over there that you can see right there. Well, right there. Wouldn't do it. And it would be nice if, and I didn't see it anywhere, what the minimum weight needed for the scale would be. I ran across, are you kidding? Can we not whistle? There are people working outside at the pool. Why? I don't know. It's never going to go. It's never going to open. But I ran across one that needed a 10-gram minimum in order to trip the scale to weigh anything. Oh my God, no. I'm going to have to pause. I hope it's over with. So I'm going to restart my timer here. So I do have the window open, but somebody started playing music, so I had to pause. It's over. There's no more music outside, and I might have to end up editing that part out because I really do not need any kind of copyright anythings on my videos. No, I can't help it if people are out there working and then playing music. I would had to have, I was thinking I was going to have to shut my window. It's kind of warm today. It's in the 60s today, but it's going to get warmer tomorrow. So when I go to edit this tonight, I'll keep track of the first, like, what was it, 10 minutes? 8 minutes in and get that music cut out. Okay. So I am now currently on the hunt for a place to live, a different place to be, someplace that is not an apartment complex or a condo, or a place that has ridiculous HOA fees. Because I am not about to deal with that. I had to shut the window. I didn't need that going through again. So it was in the middle of this. I'm going to start my timer again. Good days, fun days. It's a Monday, it's my day off. They're out there doing who knows what. That thing should have been done a long time ago. But they're still messing with it, and I plan on being moved out before that gets fixed, because I'm pretty sure it won't be ready this year either. So, and I definitely want to get out before they get that gate running, because I can just see it now. It's going to fail, and somebody's going to get their car smushed, possibly injured or worse. So I don't want to be here when that starts. At all. It's been a long day already. Slept in Sunday, slept in today. Got up about 9-ish both days, which I definitely need to start going to bed at a decent hour and then be ready to go to work and stuff. I do need to start, what do you call it? Treating my business as a job. You know, breaks every 2 hours, take a lunch, and then another 2 hours, take a break, and then 2 more hours and done. Like treat it like a 8-hour shift on my weekends, and whatever I can accomplish during the week, because I do need to get this hat completed. I did, I think, 4 rounds on it. I'm on getting ready to start, I think, round 5. So I need to get that done and ready. I do need to start taking photos of stuff and getting those organized and ready to go with descriptions and things. They're so noisy out there. Hopefully it's not coming over my microphone. Just so I can get a head start. Because once I get that scale, I can start doing businessy stuff. Yay! Wouldn't that be nice? I've got everything I need except for the flipping scale. If that one would have worked, I would have already been getting everything ready to go, except for the little mystery bags. I do need to, I'm going to wait, and I've said this before, I'm going to wait until I get all 41 done before I put them in my shop. I also need to start figuring out the Instagram for my shop. My shop's name is Anita's Crafts, which is what I've always wanted years and years and years ago. So it's finally getting there. Finally at the point where I can actually get going on it. And pretty soon it's going to be really real, which is nerve-wracking, because it's like, I know I make stuff and I know what I'm doing, but then you've got that little voice in the back of your head going, you're not good enough, you know, and it sucks. I know I'm good enough. It's just, it's kind of scary starting up a business. You don't know how it's going to go. You don't know if you've made a colossal mistake or that you just don't have things people would want to purchase. And I think everyone that starts their own business goes through that. I did try to have an audio engineering business. My biggest client is me, because it's so competitive, and if you don't have any kind of, what do you call it? Portfolio. I mean, I have a portfolio, but like credits on somebody's single or album or any of that stuff, nobody's going to want to hire you. And because I'm female, I don't get hired for that either. Because nobody wants to hire a chick audio engineer, which is ridiculous. Unless you work at a major label and you have, oh yeah, credits. And I tried for many years to get that going, and it didn't work. So I'm just going to use the skills that I've learned and found out on my own by trial and error. I'm just going to use it to do my own stuff. Like, I do need to get going on a short animated film. Oh my God, they're so loud out there. I do not know what they're doing. It's annoying. I need to get going on that. I need to make sure that my Blender version is up to date and that I have a list of things and environments that I need to make. I need to get the script finished. It's only kind of like half-ish sort of done, but I'm aiming for like 10 minutes. It's gonna be 3D. I'm still trying to decide if I just want it to animate on the twos and not like a regular like 3D movement where it's animation every frame. I am leaning towards on the twos though. You know, kind of how like Into the Spider-Verse is. It was on the twos. Kind of want, I'm not going to make it like that, but just the animation, how the animation runs. So I need to get back into doing, go through the script, get ideas from my head into the program, the script writing. What do I use? Story Architect. Just get the ideas in there. That way I can bring them up when they're ready. Or I could write the scenes out of sequence and then fill in the middle, the missing areas. But I'm hoping that I can get that completed soon. It's like I can get the script, I can figure out all what I need for it. And the things that I need to make for it. Because I'm not gonna buy assets. No. I don't want to buy assets. Even though it's easier and big companies, they do that instead of like making them in-house unless you can't find what you're looking for, then you make them. But I prefer to make things for myself, by myself, following tutorials and whatnot that I find online on YouTube. Just so I can like get my skills back up. I haven't really done any kind of 3D work in a while. So that ought to be fun. So I'd have to split my time because I do have a second YouTube channel. And that was my first YouTube channel 5 or 6 years ago. Something like that. And I'm going to start doing things more practically. Instead of just teaching like how to mix a song. I do have some Blender tutorials over there, but I need to work more on that. And then doing music, scoring, and stuff. And teach that. You know, it's a skill. It's a good skill to have. I've not done it, so I would be basically learning on the fly, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I know what I can do, and I know what I absolutely can't do. So I'm going to be working my way through it and figuring it out as I go. I do need to figure out where my shot list went, because I created one in what do you call it, LibreOffice. See, this is the problem with doing these 10-stitch blankets. It's kind of hard to see which one did I come out of. That way I can get the shot list written down and then go through it and click on complete when I'm finished. Because I do ultimately want to do film festivals. Yep. I just need to get to a point where I can actually get ready to do that. Because I don't know how they want like the files to be sent. I'm not sure what all they need. I have no idea. So I look forward to deep diving into that and getting that figured out for the first time. Because, yeah, I can look up videos on YouTube, but they don't really give you good enough information at all. And I don't know if it's some kind of like snobby elitism. Oh, I did it. You can do it too. Here, I'm going to give you just enough information to get you in trouble. And oh yeah, you're going to have to figure the rest out on your own. I don't want to be that one. I don't want to be that kind of tutorialist. I don't. And I never have. I want to be able to show you how to fully do something. And yeah, I'm going to make mistakes. And you know what? I keep my mistakes in. Because what if somebody else makes the same mistake and I skip over it or I edit it out? They're not going to know how to fix it. So, and I've had people tell me, oh, why do you keep your mistakes in? You should really edit that out. And I give them the same answer. If somebody along the way finds this video, they do it and they accidentally make a mistake, the same one, they're going to know how to fix it. And I've had quite a few comments saying, thank you for leaving this in. And I'm like, absolutely. It's what I want to do. And I've told them the same story. You know? Just so it's like, I'm human. Humans make mistakes. You know how many crochet mistakes I make. The tutorial blanket I've got sitting over here right now, I went to go do another round and I'm like, something wasn't adding up, so I had to frog back. I had to frog back 2 rounds and start it over. And then pay attention to what I was doing and then worked it out. And I plan on having like a full thing. This specific project won't be one that will have like a paid written pattern for, you know. Not all my tutorials are going to have written patterns. This one's like super simple. And it's just an 8-round repeat. So, plan on doing that. And I'm hoping to get the blanket done sometime. Oh, no. This week. Oh, okay. Sorry. Taking a trip. Ow. Dropped my needle. What's my time at? 8 minutes. Yay. We're just cruising along. Yeah, and they're out there playing music again. So hopefully it's not coming over the microphone. And this is another reason why I want to move. I won't have to deal with somebody doing construction outside my building or outside my house or wherever I end up, because it's definitely not going to be an apartment complex. I really don't want a condo or townhome or something like that. I don't want to be attached to other people. I want space. I want my own space. It's like, come on now. Everybody deserves to have their own space to live without obnoxious neighbors and ridiculousness outside. I mean, I'm pretty handy. I can work on my own things. I can take care of my own yard if I had one. I can do pretty much anything except for maybe electrical and some plumbing. Electrical, haven't really done much of anything with that for 30 years. So I would prefer to hire somebody to do. And if it's a major plumbing problem, then I would definitely hire somebody to do that. I can fix a sink. I can fix a toilet. It's not hard. I've done it before. But as far as like rewiring or swapping out any kind of switches or outlets, I'd rather hire somebody to do that completely. Can't tell. Yeah, maybe it's so much easier to figure this out with the bigger 10-stitch blanket. Oh my god, now they're yapping really, really loudly. Oh, great. There goes the saws. Beautiful. Hopefully you're not hearing any of this. Oh, my. That one might be coming over because they're just like right out there. Oh, this episode was doomed from the start. Oh my goodness. I might have to shoot half and then wait a little bit and then shoot the other half. Because this is ridiculous. They might be out there until like 5 o'clock and it's 3:41 right now. Oh my god. Yeah. Whatever row I'm on, if I'm in the middle of it, I'll finish it. I'll finish the second row because it's the decrease, and I'd rather start with a normal right side row. Oh, just why me? Hopefully they won't start that saw up again anytime soon. Hopefully. Yeah, so I'm just going through, making things for, oh god, there they go again. Making things for my shop. Got a fuzzy. That's what happens when you frog something. And I do have a project I'm going to frog. Sometime this week because I was not happy with how it turned out. Yes, it was a lot of work to make it, but it's annoying me to the point where I don't even want to use it. I'm going to frog it and I'm going to do something else with the yarn. Yep, sometimes that's how it goes. Do I feel guilty about doing that? No. Because even when I was making it, it was just not coming out how I envisioned or how I wanted it to. So I'm just going to take it apart and chalk it up to an experience and do something else. I do want to make a knit blanket, but I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for it. Do I want to make it in panels? Especially if I want cables. Especially if I want it to have cabling or anything on it. Because cables take a while. Not gonna lie. It's not easy. And they're awesome when you learn how to do them and do them correctly. But they do take a long, long time. And if you're on the front side of doing the cable work, you definitely don't want to get interrupted, because that would be sad. How many times I got interrupted making an intricate cable. So maybe it's right here. And then having to figure out where was I when I was done being interrupted. It's kind of like when you're trying to count and someone interrupts you. It's kind of like that, except far worse. So, and it's getting hot in here because I don't have my window open because it's really noisy outside. I don't know what that is. Oh, good grief. How many more minutes do I have? Okay, less than 2. Save me. Please. You know, that's another reason why I want to move. Because when I do these videos on my days off, I like it to be quiet while I'm doing them. Getting a little aggravated. I know what's going to suck is I'm going to have to take a break for like an hour or two in order to not have that noise outside anymore. Which is irritating. I might just finish this row and call it until I can get back to it. Oh my. I'm glad I didn't go live today. Because then that would be outside. And that would be sad. Alright, so here's my timer. 5 seconds. Let's not listen to it. Haha. Paused it. Closed it. We shall take a break. I'll be back in about 5 seconds, but who knows how long I'll be off for because of that noise outside is irritating. I'll see you in a little bit. And I'm finally back. That break was like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, something like that. I had to wait until they were stopped sawing, hammering, and all the other noises they were making outside. So I reset my timer for 30 minutes, and we're going to continue working on this. I'm going to start, move it over there. Maybe this time I won't have any interruptions. Even though it's been 2.5 hours for me, it's only been about 5 seconds for you guys. So hopefully won't have any more shenanigans. So I did another row, 2 rows on the hat while I was waiting, and I finished watching Scrubs season 9, even though it really wasn't part of the original series, but it was put with it. So I'm just like, ugh. I really wish they could have gotten to at least 10 seasons before the original series wrapped, because it was such a good show. And Dr. Cox is my spirit animal. There, I said it. No taking it back. But yeah, so not much else is going on. Just sitting here trying to complete the last 30 minutes of this so I can edit it, upload it, and have it ready for tomorrow. I am still thinking about going live on Wednesday, making that a thing. I just need to figure out what time I want to do it at, because I don't want to do it right before. I want to be able to have dinner first and then shoot, did I do that right? Let me check. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, I want to be able to have dinner first before starting going live. I get home roughly somewhere around or before 4:30 in the afternoon from work. Uh-oh. Let's not drop the project. So I'm thinking possibly fuzz. Maybe around 5:30 Mountain Time. At least that's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm not going to go ahead and pre-schedule anything just in case something comes up. Get home from work, and then I'll make that decision. Just trying to do that, because, you know, it's just been a consistent, just maybe 2, it's been like 2 videos a week. I need to try to make more content and do stuff like that, but I don't want to just sit there and pump out video after video after video. You know, I can't maintain that because I work 40 hours a week and I have kids. So I do it when I can. Ugh, what is with this yarn? All right. I do it when I can. And when I have working on a tutorial project, you know, I'm gonna do the project first, and then I will do the tutorial. That way I'm not waiting weeks or months getting the start of it shot and then doing the project and then filming the rest of it. I just want to like do the project first and then go about doing the tutorial, because that would be a lot better. That way it's not on my hard drive and taking up space, and it could be just done all in like a day or two. And out in the wild and teaching people, because that's what I want to do. I just want to teach people stuff. I do need to do more knitting type videos. It's like I kind of like the this tutorial that's down here, I think is the last one. I shot the first part of it working my actual project, and I just need to finish the project so I can get done with it and then have it ready to go. And I've got one sitting over here that I'm working through first, because that would be a lot, it would be a lot easier on me to do that instead of waiting and waiting and waiting and then going and doing it, you know, trying to make it a little easier on me with the video production, because it does take a while to shoot and edit and upload and that stuff. Because yeah, I do edit my videos. Mistakes get made, or something goes on and I have to like stop for whatever reason and then come back to it. It happens. But I'm trying to get better at it, and I just need more practice. And that's all I can do is just practice and get better at it. It's just like with learning anything, you know, like maybe you've never knit before. It takes practice. Your first little swatch or project isn't going to come out the greatest, and that's okay. You know, you're learning new skills and you will get better at it. Just keep practicing. Okay, I've got yarn making its way up into my project that don't belong in it. Can we not? There we go. I don't know how that happened. Oh, I think it might have been when I set my project aside. Over here on top of all this other stuff that's just sitting over here. Just making sure. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah. Making sure I don't miss count my stitches. Even though it's just 10 stitches, you'd be amazed how one can mess up when you're not paying attention. Because I have screwed the corners up on this a couple of times, but nothing's falling apart, nothing's unraveling, so it's fine. You can't really tell where the mistakes are. I mean, and now you know that there's a few mistakes in this. And that's okay. It's like, it's something I hadn't done before, so I'm learning. Getting better at it. Yeah, I don't know what else other to talk about. Trying to put out more tutorials. I got to clean that table off so I can sit down and stitch together the panel for the my knit temperature blanket. It's the middle, almost the end of April now. Like 9 days from now is the end of April, and I still haven't put March to January and February. And I need to sew that onto the other part of the crocheted one. I just haven't done it yet. because that does take some time. The knit one takes a lot of time, so I need to have that table cleared before I start to do that. Okay, I don't know why I keep trying to turn the work. I don't really need to turn the work too much. I just need it like back and forth, so I'm not having to turn the whole project every time I go to another row. Yes, I am counting. Okay. Just trying to make it to where I don't have to... I don't know why I'm having problems with this. The one that I have in my car, I don't really have to do too much. I don't have to turn the whole thing. It's just part of it, so I don't know why I'm having problems with this one. It's the same type of project. It's bigger than the other one, even though I'm using bigger needles with that project. I don't know why this one's being fussy all of a sudden. So if you have any kind of suggestions for tutorials or whatnot, please leave them in the comments section below. I would really appreciate it. I do have my list I need to go through. And I need to write this down in that project on my whip list. Just so I can mark it off when I'm done. Because it's like sometimes I'll have a to-do list, and then I'll start something else and then finish it, but I didn't write it down. I'll just write it down and then scratch it out just to, yeah, I did all this. Tell me you haven't done that. Because I sure have. But I think it's this tiny yarn and trying to concentrate. And thankfully there's nothing going on outside. I was all prepared earlier. And then shenanigans. And then now I'm just like, I don't know what to discuss. Do we want to just sit here and knit and crochet in silence? I don't know. Yeah, I would like to finish that hat. I'm on round 7. I think. I have to look because I've been marking my rows off. Yeah, I'm getting ready to start round 7 on that hat of 16 of the single crochet rounds, and then I got one more row after that. So let's see, 16 minus 9 is some number I can't math right now. 9 more. Wait. No, I don't know. Seven more rounds. 8 total rounds left to go on the hat, and it is done. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Sorry, 10. Something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I won't get through that little ball before the end of this. Sure of it. Not sure if I'd actually have a shot getting halfway. I would have to get to here in order to be halfway through this, and that's a ways to go, and not gonna it won't be it. If I didn't get interrupted earlier, I probably would have made a good shot at it, but yeah, what are you gonna do? Just gonna sit here and work the stitches. And then figure some stuff out, get this hat done, and then try to work on more, actually, I think I'll just try to work on some other, what do you call it, other shop projects for my shop. Do I call it a shop or a store? Either one. I think store's better. Maybe. Might have to plug in that air conditioner after this, because it is getting a little warm in here. I'm slightly in frame. Bring anything to drink over here. Might have to pause to do that. After this row, because I am a little thirsty. There we go. I'm going to pause my timer and then pause the video so I can get something to drink. For some reason it went out of focus when I went to go retrieve some water. Okay, let's restart our timer. Got like 14 minutes and 8 seconds left. All right. And away we go again. At least it's gonna be warmer this week. Supposed to get thunderstorms Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I think. Oh, great. More saws off in the distance. As long as it's not outside the window. Hopefully it's not coming over the microphone. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what some good, like, projects. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where to put my stitch. It's a little difficult on this yarn. Projects to come up that you can, like, make quickly. Like, quick little projects. Or ones that won't take, like, an incredible amount of time. I do want to do some scarves. Scarf and hat sets, just regular hats, regular scarves, you know, and that stuff for later on in the year. But in order for me to do that, I need to move first. I can't go out and buy more yarn right now. That moving out of here is top priority, and getting my shop going. Store, shop. I can't make up my mind what I want to call it at all. Don't know. So that's fun. Yeah, I do need to do some more stitch tutorials. Now that I got the bigger table out, I can actually do that, because the small table was just way too confining. I couldn't really have the yarn up there. or if it was up there, it was dangerously close to the edge of that tiny table, and then sometimes it would fall off while I'm working with it. So yeah, I'm happy. I mean, that table takes up a lot of space, but I'm happy to have it back. I just need to uncover it again. Oops. So I can actually, like, do stuff on it. I also gotta get a handle on all the stuff that's on my desk. There's so much stuff on my desk. I cleared off some stuff on this side, but there is yarn that you can't see here and projects over here. And you can't see this one either. But it will all get taken care of. Shooting videos does take time, which is why I want to do like a live stream maybe once a week. Yeah. For like an hour or two. I'm not gonna put myself to a set time to end it. It just goes where it takes me. You know? I mean, I won't do it like all night long. Because I do have to go to bed at a decent hour so I can get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and be ready to leave by like 7 or so to go to work. And it's like my hope and my goal is that I can have YouTube and my business make it to where I don't have to go to work. All the time. But that's the dream. I think that's anybody that does YouTube or own their own small business, that's what they want to do. They don't want to have to, they want to be able to focus on doing this or doing things like this to grow their businesses and stuff. But I'm not gonna sit there every 10 minutes asking for likes and subscribes and all that stuff. I do it at the beginning and that's it. Sometimes I do it once in the beginning and once at the end, or sometimes I just don't do it at all. You know? If you want to subscribe, I'm not going to force you to do it. You just do it on your own. I'm not going to ask for like tons of likes on my videos. You press that like button if you so desire. I'm not going to beg you for it. You know? And if I ever start doing that, please somebody let me know. Because, like, the worst thing to get doing any of this is a massive, massive ego. You know? I have, on my other channel, I've got over 1,300 subscribers on that channel. And I haven't done anything with it for months. So, I do need to get back to working on that. Which, even then, over there, I don't beg for likes or subscribes or any of that stuff. Either, because it's just not, that's not a good use of my time. I do have graphics that I made that pops up every, like, 5 or 6 minutes, but even now, I don't do that on this channel. I don't have an intro on this channel. I do that on the other one, but I think I'm going to stop doing that because it does take a lot of time to like make graphics unless I really need them, you know. I don't really need them on here except for like thumbnails. But I'm just going to keep myself grounded, you know. Because I don't want to do things that compromises who I am. I just want to do this and I want to teach. You know? and do my business after work. You know, I'm not giving myself any unrealistic expectations. Oh, I need this many of this by this time. No, I'm not doing that. It's not a good use of my brain power. I'd rather use my time figuring out what should I teach next? What kind of video do I want to put out? What kind of product do I want to make now? You know, those are more important to me than subscribing or how many people have subscribed to my channel. They come when they want to. They stay if they want. They leave when they want. It's okay. I'm perfectly fine with it. You know? What I'm not fine with is trying to figure out where to put my next row at, because, oh, this yarn is so small. It's right here. It's so much easier on the other one. What was I thinking? But I'm gonna stick with this, and I'm gonna finish it eventually. It's like you just work on your projects and you make progress. And once I get done with this, I'm gonna get back onto my double knit blanket, because that needs to be done. I gave myself a goal. The only goals I give myself is when I want to finish my projects. That I want done by June. And I haven't worked on it for a minute, so I need to get going on it. I'm on the 5th of 10 blocks left. I don't remember what row I'm on. It's 30 rows per block. Maybe I might be 10 rows in. I don't remember, because it's been that long since I've worked on it. And I think I've been hesitating on it because of the story behind it, which I am not revealing until it's finished. Yeah, so. If I start thinking about it, I'm going to start crying again. So no, let's no cry. Let's work on this blanket. How are you doing? Hopefully you had a good Easter. They had Easter things going on at work on Saturday. So they had kids, families, and kids showed up to do Easter egg hunting. And later on in that morning, this really tall guy in a Easter bunny suit. New fear unlocked. Unrealistic fear, let me tell you, because it wasn't the guy. It was that frickin' bunny head he had. It was kind of scary. You know, it's one of those unrealistic fears. It's just like I just stood there and just watched him at the end of the hallway doing dancing or whatnot. And I'm like going, God, I hope he doesn't see me staring at him. And then he went off on his merry way to where all the kids were at in one of the dining rooms. So, yeah, that was eventful. Yeah, I didn't do anything on Easter. I went grocery shopping. And then did stuff like this and watched Scrubs until I went to bed. It was really nice sleeping in those two, Sunday and Monday. Because usually I'm up at like before 7 on Sunday, and then like around 7 o'clock on Monday. And it's like I slept into 9 o'clock both days, which is good because I usually get up around 6. So sleeping in was great because I haven't really slept all that well too often. I would stay up way too late for no good reason and then be exhausted and then have to go to work the next day. I'm trying to break myself of that habit. so I can actually function for 8 hours while I'm working. But yeah, trying to be better at it. Hopefully I can do that tonight, because it is Monday. What is today? The 21st. Then I go to work tomorrow. Fun. Find out what is going on tomorrow. Try not to get wrapped up in my yarn here. Yeah, I got 1 minute and 2 seconds. So I might be able to do 2 more rows. The right side row and the wrong side row and be done. Fuzz. I'm just going to move that down. Can I move that down? Yeah. Put that down there. Wrong side row, and I know that alarm is going to sound off and it's going to jump scare me. I'm pretty sure of it. Exactly, got the second row done. So let me grab the ball o' yarn. You know what we started with, and this is what I've got left. Made a little dent. I do not believe we got halfway across, which is what I was hoping for. Oh, so close. We were just a ½ an inch away. Oh well. Pick it up next time. Anyway, set that aside. Uh-oh. Well, I guess I'll pick the ball up off the floor here after I press stop. Anyway, let me know what you worked on during this session, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.